Hey everybody, Ira Miller here with Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel, Monday Night Live. I want to thank everybody so much for joining us this evening. Oh, wow. Okay, we have Rich A as number one from Warminster, PA. Right? 25 degrees. Man. Now dropping to 13. I was watching the Chicago Bears and Green Bay last night. It was I think it was 17 degrees with a wind chill of about no. I don't know, I think it was 14 degrees with a wind chill of about 7. God bless you guys. I'll tell you what, I just could not.
It's 61 on our side.
What happened over here?
Let me see that mouse by you.
I didn't touch nothing.
There we go.
Anyways, man, 22 in Detroit. You guys, ooh-wee. This thing right here, this doesn't go any back any further.
No,
Right?
I tried.
Okay. Anyways, this does. All right, so anyways, welcome. And Pat and Jane in the house, freezing cold in New England. Well, you guys got to tell me what freezing cold means. Gotta pull, what's going on with this thing, man?
Does it keep going away for you? Oh, that. Here, let me just slide off. There you go.
Every time I touch the mouse, it goes. All right, anyways, well, I got to touch it, got to slide out. Gary Winkle says he's drying out. Gary, I'll bet all those people up north would much rather be drying out in Tallahassee than freezing where they are. So 13 degrees, wow, that's crazy. Let's scroll through. Tim, he says 22 degrees in the Detroit area. Well, wait a minute. Okay. So, Trish, thanks for checking in. Rich, haven't seen you. Ricky P, I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Thank you for joining us this evening. Can y'all hear me good? That's Tammy. Green Bay won. I'm originally from Wisconsin. That was a good game, man. That was a good game.
You sound great on my phone.
Thanks. And there's a lot of good games. Man, I loved watching that Ohio State and Indiana game, too. That was a good game.
The Dolphins must have played. I saw a bunch of jerseys yesterday.
Even the Dolphins won, for crying out loud. They never win. And I love the Dolphins. Man, that's where I'm from. I'm from South Florida and from Fort Lauderdale, born in Miami. So, I mean, obviously the Dolphins have to be my team. But every year I have great expectations, and every year I'm let down. Even way back, we were talking, somebody was saying, who is the greatest quarterback of all time? And I think I was watching that on TV. And obviously everybody would think Tom Brady, 7-time Super Bowl champion. I mean, come on, hello. Dude, he's just a phenom, right? Is that what you call people like that, a phenom? But anyways, no, it was Dan Marino. I mean, Dan Marino. Dan Marino never even won a Super Bowl. So I don't know. Anyways, what's happening this evening? Let me kind of run through our chats that we have going on. Becky says 45-mile-an-hour winds, 31 degrees, snow is blowing sideways. I can only imagine what the wind chill factor is, right? 31 degrees, 45 miles an hour, it's got to be like in the teens. Gary's over there bragging about Tallahassee, 53. I wonder what it is here.
61 is what I show.
I show 62.
Oh, sorry, mine says it feels like 61.
Oh, so it's 62 degrees with a wind chill factor of 61 degrees. Wow.
It's 9 miles per hour right now from the north.
Really? That's pretty strong. All right, let's keep going. Racer Girl. She says Joe Montana. Uh-oh, Glenn. I better not go there then.
That's what the AI said that was the second choice.
What was?
It said most people say Tom Brady, but the second choice was Joe Montana from the AI on Google.
Joe Montana?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even have Dan Marino in there? Where's Dan Marino? Where's he?
Oh, he's at the
Ranked.
at the bottom.
He's at the bottom.
Yeah, it says Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Drew Brees, Dan Marino, and John Elway. It's the AI list.
Ah. Okay. Well,
Becky's list puts Joe Montana at the top with Racer Girl.
I agree with Racer Girl. Well, all right. I'm having a little brain fart here. Who was our quarterback in '72 for the Dolphins?
Bob Grease
Bob Greasy.
broke his ankle in week 5, leaving backup Earl Morrell for the remainder of the season.
In '72?
Mm-hmm.
Well, '72 was the undefeated season, wasn't it? Or was it '73?
The only perfect season in NFL history,
Is,
that 1972 season.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Earl Morrall was the quarterback? No.
Yeah, after Bob broke his ankle in week 5, it says.
Wow.
Though Grease relieved morale in the second half of the AFC champion game and started Super Bowl 7.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He was old.
And that's from Wikipedia, so.
Earl Morrall was old. That's why they took him out. All right, well, so we got Johnny Unitas, we got what the heck's going on here? Oh. I'm trying to think here. Who's the New York Jets quarterback? Joe, my God. You know, I've been working too hard the last couple of days, I think. Anyways, I got some renovation projects going on, and oh boy, what a nightmare that's been. So, Joe Namath, Yes, how could I forget Joe Namath? So it was always Johnny Unitas and Joe Namath. So those were the two big dogs way back when. I guess I'm really showing my age now with all that. So Broadway Joe, exactly. And that sucker, that dude's still going strong. I'll see him on commercials every now and then. So that's pretty cool. All right. So Becky, I will be there the first week of February, 2 through the 9th. Would love to get with you. Well, I think, Becky, you're going to be in luck. Actually, hold up. So, guess what the 10th is? Oh man, that's not that far away either. The 10th is a Tuesday. So, Becky, you're going to be here from Monday to
Monday.
Monday. Yeah, okay. Let's just not make it too close to the 10th. All right, so what do we got going on here? Becky's freezing. All right, so anyways, I want to talk a little bit about, well, last week I was supposed to go over did we have Katina last week?
Yes.
That was only last week, huh? That's cool.
And
We-
then you were going to talk about your favorite places in the villages.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of people ask me, Ira, do you live in the, no, they don't ask me, they tell me, you live in the villages, right? I'm like, no, I don't. What do you mean? You don't live in the villages? No, I don't. I've worked here since 2000, so 25 years. And when I came here, I had a little baby girl named Jamie Miller. Jamie Miller, you out there, girl? With her mama Patty? Sometimes they'll watch. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do. Anyways, hey guys. And actually, man, today, I was this close to broadcasting live from Melbourne Beach because I had all intentions of going to Melbourne to see my best friend forever, Claude. And I'm doing these renovations, and I've got so much going on on this project this week. I've got, tomorrow, I've got the cleaners coming in because we just had the drywall people in last week. So drywall's all done. I got the painters coming in. Painters coming in. Well, I have the cleaners coming in the morning at 8 o'clock, and the painters will be in right around 9 or 9:30. Once the painters get in there, they'll probably paint for a couple of days, and I've got the tile guy coming in. And the tile guy, got to have the tile guy because really this is a kitchen renovation and new cabinets, new everything. We totally gutted this kitchen. We're doing videos. So, anyways, you're going to see that this video of this kitchen renovation that I'm doing. It's going to be great. But so I'm over there yesterday pounding out concrete because I promised my tile guy, I said, look, if I get everything all ready for you, all you got to do is come in and just lay that tile. It's marble. It's real marble. It's one of these premier homes. It's a St. Augustine, but this St. Augustine is just like none you've ever seen before. All the guest bedrooms are where the master usually is, and the master bedrooms where the guest bedrooms usually are. It's kind of weird. When I first saw it, I'm like, whoa. Anyways, so that's what I've been doing the last couple of days is getting ready for the painter and the tile guy. So I was going to go ahead and broadcast. My friend called me. He goes, "Hey, Ira, I'm in Melbourne. You want to come and meet me? It's because he's got a house over there that I sold to that I was instrumental in him buying it. So I go over there all the time and hang out in the summertime, go surfing when there's waves, and then a little too cold now. But he says, "Hey, I'm in Melbourne. You want to come? You want to come on over?" I'm like, "Man, that's a good idea." I said, "But I have my Monday Night Live tonight, and so that's not going to work unless I come after Monday Night Live." So it just wasn't meant to be because of all the work that I ended up having to do. And after tonight, I still got to go over there and finish it up. I should have took some pictures is what I should have done. Actually, I think I do have some pictures of the renovation. Let's see. I do. I think I'm pretty sure I do. I got some before. Yeah, I should have some. First of all, any cat people out there? You know who that is? Check out the tongue. That is one crazy cat.
Is that Sylvester?
That's Sylvester. I'm like, what? He's crazy, man. Actually, I got two big dogs, and Sylvester he'll tear them dogs up. They better not mess with him. So I was at Ferguson today, Ferguson home, looking at, I should have given these to Christian to kind of, well, hold on. So we're doing this renovation of this kitchen, and so the owner was saying, that he's wanting to pick out door handles, and not door handles. That's why I was there. Well, we're not focused very good there, dude. Never mind. Good try.
He just wants to focus on you as the star.
Yeah, well, here's a cool, hey, check this out, you guys. Let me get out of the light. Look at that. That thing is pretty cool. That little wheel that you see on that faucet spins when you go to rinse your dishes off. I thought that was pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that before.
It looks pretty tall. Is it like the height of the mic?
Yeah, kind of. So, anyways, man, I was like a kid in a candy store looking at all this stuff. So, here's all the door handles they have. They got an unbelievable amount of door handle selections. But here's, so this is the mess I was dealing with yesterday. You could see all the dust, and it was just a total mess over there. And then I got it all cleaned up for the tile guy. So the tile guy is going to come in there, and he's going to lay his tile, because right where you see all that, we removed the wall. You can kind of see it, the line where the wall was. And I'm trying to get that so you can see it. So that's where the wall was. So those are going to be some so that's what I was doing yesterday. See, there's a big area there too that we got to fill in with tile. Anyways, that's what I did yesterday. I don't even know where I was going with all that. We're putting in a pantry in the wall. So what we did was we closed in the closet that was behind this wall. It was a closed closet, and now we're opening it up on this side to make it a pantry. That's going to be pretty awesome. Here's my girl, Lucette. Don't tell Patty. This is my girlfriend. Wait a minute, where did she go? Let you in. There she is. So Patty goes, when you coming home? And I'm over there talking to Lucette. I said, let's do a little video, Lucette. You know I'm all about videos. So I said, I'm over here with my girlfriend, but I'll be home soon. All right. Let's see. Mr. Jace Gallagher's in the house. I got to call Jace. Jace, I'm going to call you after we're done here this evening, if that's okay. I didn't know if you were out playing somewhere. But let me just kind of go. Wait a minute. I got to catch up. All right.
Trish had a question for you.
I'm from Baltimore. Oh, we're doing the football thing. Oh, okay. Here's Jace. What's up, everyone? Anybody seen the sun? I can't find it. It came out for like a hot second today. And I'm like, oh, good. And I'm watching my weather map, my radar map, and there's no rain in the forecast that I could see. Right? I'm like, okay, well, it's all gone. It's kind of just gone on by. Well, I don't know where it came from, but we have some little sprinkles going on. But yeah, it's very cloudy. But that front's gone through. Maybe that cold weather's going to come down, give us a little break. Okay, so tomorrow, high of 67, low of 50. Wednesday, 69 and 51. Let's see. That's all it gives me, Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, that's for Thomasville, Georgia. I don't want Thomasville, Georgia. I want... Now it's saying Mayo. What the heck? Oh, well.
This is what I see for the forecast.
So it looks like the 60s. Oh, Thursday it's going to get in the 40s. Well, actually,
Tonight should be a low 40s.
this ain't right.
It says for Lady Lake.
48 degrees. That'd be great. I have a fireplace, and I want to burn my fireplace, so we're ready to go. All right. Okay, so where I was going was I was talking about my favorite place. Well, I know. Anyway, so been here 25 years. Had a little baby girl when I went to work for Properties of the Villages. Actually, it wasn't. What was it called? Yeah, I guess it was Properties of the Villages. But back in 2000 when I started, there was First Villages Realty and Sun Central. Those were the two resale offices that the Villages owned, and everything was wonderful back then. The Villages had their own resale offices, and at one time I was thinking about going to work for those at the resale office. But then they decided they had this brilliant idea that they were going to close those offices, move all those resale agents into Properties of the Villages, and then they were going to have their own VLS. They were going to have their own listing system, because when they were First Villages and Sun Central, they were in the MLS. And me, as a new home sales guy, if somebody wanted to buy a resale, I'd have to go, well, I'll take you over to First Villages or Sun Central, get you with one of those agents over there, and then they'll help you out. And then I think I got a little 25% referral fee or something like that. But that was back in the good old days. So, I just saw Trish's question, so let me just hurry up and run through this. Excuse me. So Joey, my son, wasn't even around back then. So I don't know if everybody knows, but you cannot have any children under the age of 19 live with you full time. So in reality, Joey's 23, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 23. So I guess only for the last 5 years have I been eligible to live in the villages. Well, heck, by then, I mean, after 20 years not being able to live in the villages, we're like, okay, we're good. So I think the house we're in this coming year will be, 26 will be 20 years. So, yeah, I couldn't live there. But if I did live in the villages, I'd live in the Marion County section. Why would I live in the Marion County section? Well, for plenty of reasons. Number one, low or no bonds up in the Marion County section. So I think the highest bond up there is $2,500 if there is one. That's number one. Number two, mature landscaping up there and beautiful big oak trees and big mature landscaping. You know, by now the palm trees have really, grown up, and it's just really, I like it up there because of how mature the landscaping is up there. Number three, they have a lot up there. They have the First Responders Rec Center. They have the Nancy Lopez golf course and 3 executive courses. They have their own Mulberry Grove shopping center up there with I'm gonna say it, but I know I'm gonna get in trouble. So, Racer Girl, Artman's is up there, and we've been trying to get together to go up there, to go to Artman's Barbecue. Best barbecue around. What else can I tell you? Close to Ocala and Bellevue. And the last but not least, it is not crowded. The traffic is normal in the wintertime up there. Right now, traffic is pretty crazy. I can only imagine when January hits. So, Marion County is my place.
I live by the interstate, I agree.
And not only that, but okay, well, the homes are 2002, so they're 24 years old. So, but me being the contractor that I am, I've gutted a couple of homes already up there. So, and we have made those homes spectacular. And so that's what I would do. What I should do is be looking for some, and I forgot to tell you too, prices are fantastic. They're so much better than anywhere else in the villages. So no bond, mature landscaping, close to Ocala, not a lot of traffic. Prices for those homes are lower because people are like, oh, it's all the way up there in the north section. It's so far from everything. Not really. Okay, it's far from a square. The reality to the squares is people will go to those squares for about 6 months, and then it's like going to Disney World. People go to Disney World, I mean, like me, who's a native Floridian who I know it's there. We can go there anytime we want. When I go there, I like to go there. But do I go there all the time? No, I might not even go there one time. I mean, maybe every 2 or 3 years, I'll go to Disney or downtown Disney. Or what do they call that? Disney Springs
That's the
now?
name, yeah.
Used to be called downtown Disney. Now it's Disney Springs. But anyways, a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants, a lot of activity, a lot going on. They have the House of Blues. They have Cirque du Soleil.
Lego store.
The Lego store. Is that your favorite place?
In Disney Springs, oh yeah.
All right, Christian. So, yeah, people end up not even going to the squares hardly, unless you're just a real fan of the bands, like some people are, who I won't mention, and if you're not a groupie and you don't dance, you won't go up there much. After about 6 months, the novelty wears off. Trust me, I've been doing this a long time. So, anyways, that's where I would go if I had it. But there's another thing that gets in the way, and that's the fact that my wife works for the bank here. My daughter works for T&D, which is one of the subcontractors here that, you know, it's, what do they call it, a family company, what, family of companies or company of, I forget what they call it, but they've got T&D concrete, T&D pool, T&D screen, T&D renovations, I guess.
Oh, sister companies? Is that?
No, it's a family of companies or something like that. I forget how they term it because they've got so many different divisions of different types of. But anyways,
I can get it back for you.
well, if you tell me, I could, you know my old saying, give somebody a fish and they eat for a day. You teach somebody to fish and they eat forever. You ever hear that? You ever hear that saying, sir?
If I teach you everything, then there's my job security.
There you go. You're done. All right.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
I see what okay, it's the side button.
It's the side button.
Yeah. So just be careful.
Does this have a side button? No. So this from now on needs to be that.
That mouse. Okay.
And that needs to be this. That's why
Sounds good.
we're having problems. Seems like we're always having problems. Anyways, Joe Namath, Broadway Jew, Roger Staubach. There's a lot of great, late and great ones for sure.
Did you answer Trisha's question?
Trish Navarro. It'll probably be in the mail this week. Do not. Here's the deal, you guys. Man, I've been trying to get my wife to come on this show forever because of all the scammers out there. There's so many scammers and people getting scammed. And I made a video that went totally viral. I think I have like 700,000 views on this because this poor little old lady in her 80s, her daughter from St. Petersburg, brought her here to the Villages after this lady's husband died and the daughter's dad died. thought her mom was going to be safe here in the villages. No. All these damn scammers came along, sold her attic insulation. She didn't need attic insulation. Sold her a tanked water heater when she had a tankless water heater. Sold her a brand new air conditioner when probably the capacitor, a $20 capacitor, probably went out. What else did they do to the lady? It was just crazy, man. Oh, and sold her a water softening system. Oh, you got bad water. $5,000 later, which was it's about a $1,500 unit. So, anyways, a lot of scammers don't get scammed, Trish, and everybody. You might get contacted. You might get a mailing. You might get a call. You might get a text. Hey, if you want your deed, you'll have to pay us $80, $100, $150, or whatever. No, don't get scammed. Hang in there. That deed will come. Takes about 3 or 4 weeks. But maybe now because of the way because it's the holidays, maybe 6 weeks. But it'll be there. You'll receive a deed. But if it's been more than that, Trish, go ahead and call the title company where we closed on your home.
She said, I received a letter in the mail, and it said if I paid them several hundred, they would send me a deed, but that just didn't sound right.
That's what I'm talking about. And we always, Trish, I don't think you were here for closing. Because I go to every closing, by the way. And whenever just in case there's questions or whatever, I don't really need to be there, but I go there anyways. Just for moral support in case there's a question. But I always, and usually the title company person will say, hey, don't get, you're going to get the water department. The water department's going to call you and say, hey, we're the water department. We'd like to give you a free water test. Make sure your water's fine. No, scam. Hey, this is the other one. Few $100s, couple $100. You can get your title. You can get your deed if you want a deed, because they know how long it takes to get a deed. So no, everybody out there, never, ever, ever pay to get your deed. It's a scam. Okay. So there we go. Yep, Howard Cosell, he was okay. He thought he was all that, racer girl. He must have been kept from California, huh? Anyways, what's up, everyone? Anybody see the sun? I can't find it. Ha ha. Yeah, well, Mr. Big Shot here sent me a picture of what it looks like at his house. They were in up north there in Maryland. And it's a snowy Christmas up there. We're here. We have a little bit of rain. We needed the rain. A little cooler temperatures. We love it. So, Harry and the Natives on Monday. Yes, I'm totally a cat guy. So there we go. We saw Sylvester. So Sylvester, from the cartoon Sylvester, that's how Sylvester got his name. He's black and white, and he looks like Sylvester.
I thought that was the Stallone reference.
You thought that?
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody met my
Vince McMahon?
Ed McMahon?
Ed McMahon.
Yes.
Oh, that's a wrestler I'm thinking of, isn't it?
Vince McMahon is head of the WWE.
Yeah.
So, Racer Girl says, the sun doesn't shine at night there, buddy. Yeah, so if you look up and your solar tubes aren't working for some reason, and you give them a knock up there in the ceiling and they're still not working, guess what? There's no sun. All right, so Scott's got his little guitar out there. Been playing some Eagles, Jace. Take It Easy. I like that. That's easy playing. What other song was I playing of the Eagles? Anyways, let's see. Mike and Kim are in the house. Am I too far behind? Yeah, I'm about 15 minutes behind. Sorry about that. So Becky says, but the property taxes are higher in Marion County. Really? Are they really? That's a great segue right to, there we go. So Becky, since you said that, here's what we're going to do for you. So we're going to go over here. We're going to randomly pick. Here's what we're going to do. Hold on. We're going to search. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to search for a home built in, I don't know, 2023, let's just say. All right. So the MLS is 24 homes in the villages. Now, what we're going to do, first of all, it's kind of weird. They're saying the villages of Lake Denham, the villages of Westlake. I'm just hoping I'm not picking a villa. So no, yes, I did. Of course I did. They said it's a single-family residence. That's a villa. Courtyard Villa. So this knucklehead has Charlotte Courtyard Villa up here, but yet property style says single-family residence. Well, you know, be careful who you list your home with. So this person, I'm not even going to reveal their name, but, and I don't even know it, to be honest with you. Let's see, where do I go for the mini? This?
No, so it's still and then key on.
No, dude. Mini me.
Oh. Yeah, we'll want to put the key on, and then remember you have to go to red.
Got a red.
Yeah, you gotta make yourself smaller.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, I've done this once or twice before, sir. All right, so there we go. Anyways, we're just not going to go ahead and embarrass this person on live TV. But, so I'm not even going to do a villa. Trying to compare apples and apples, right? And I don't want to get something real crazy either. Let's try Alicia. Alicia, that's a villa. Well, here, what the heck? That's a villa. And for the most part, it doesn't matter really if it's a villa or a home. But this is, okay. Oh, this is in Lake County. Well, Lake County, so 8,000 $246 in Lake County. But everybody just say, but Sumter is the best place, so this is Lake. Let's find a Sumter County home. That's, duh. We're not going to find a Sumter County home because I went ahead and put 2023. 2023, they were all Lake. Try 2021. And Bobby Bowden, maybe. Sumter County. Okay, this is cool. 175 days on the market. I would say it's probably overpriced. Here's the thing, you guys. Look, this is craziness. See, this is 5099. Look, if you're going to have it that low, it's better just to go to $499. You're in a totally different price point. You are now in the 450 to 500 rather than the 500 to the 550. So if somebody's doing a search and they go, Mr. Realtor, I don't want to be any more than 500,000. Okay, well, let me look between 450 and 5 and see what we can find for you. Is this home going to be seen in that search? No, it is not. So don't be stupid. Go ahead and put it down to $499. Let's see, there are 175, 180 days is usually all they get for a listing. Let's go see, Real Property International. Never even heard of it. I've been around 25 years, never heard of Real Property International. Original price, $529. They've only gone down $20,000, really, in 6 months. Guys, you have to be aggressive if you're going to get your home sold. Look at this book that the guy wrote. I mean, that's another pet peeve of mine, right? I don't know about you guys, but me, I'm not going to read all that. I don't have time to read all that. Now, if you all are out there looking for a home or whatever you might have, let's get to the point. Just give us the talking points here. Not write a book. That's craziness. This guy here. Anyways, let's do this. Boom. Wait a minute. Let's go back just for a second. $7,656. So here's what we're trying to accomplish, right? We're going to go to this. Now, agree. All right, so this is that house. And we want to see what the tax bill looks like. All right, so here we go. Looking at the tax bill, we're going to see now, first of all, let's do this. This is your breakdown. So the bond, they're paying $2,000. That's actually cheap. $2,000. Usually it's about $2,600 to $2,800 a year. But okay, so the bond you're paying $2,000, and your millage rate is 13.21 because you are paying City of Wildwood taxes and Sumter County taxes. Now let me tell you something. They have brought the millage rate down. It used to be in the 14s. So I'm kind of a little surprised to see this over here at 13.21 because whoever heard of the millage rate? Whoever heard of taxes going down? and and by that I mean your millage rate. So 13.21. All right, well, with a $2,000. So they're paying $3,728 in taxes, right? And we're just here to compare apples and apples. So back to here, we're going to go to criteria, and we're going to say, oops, I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to say Marion County. Now that home that we just looked at, how much was that? That home's on the market for, so they're saying, okay, so it was 509. What did I just say? 499, right? Did I not say that? 499. Look at the real average market, 498.2. So if this is called Real List. Real List is a program that only realtors can see, but they give you a price range, and then they usually go right in the middle of their price range. Okay, so so it's listed for 509. So we're going to look at a comparable property for sure. We're not going to mix apples and oranges here. All right, Marion County it is. And we're going to say price, let's say 450 to 550. 6 matches, all right, so that's easy. Easy peasy here. So this is 450. Let's go see if there's one around 509 like we saw before. Again, we want to make proper comparisons. Here's 510. All right, so 510. Ooh, see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. The prices in Marion County are so much better. So here we go, 510 for a home on the golf course, right? Let me kind of just go up to here. And then I'm going to show you, see, right on the golf course. We're not faking it. So that's why I say, now if I go back up to a newer home on the golf course, it's not going to be in the 500s. I can guarantee you that. All right, so Jupiter or Lantana is what they're called. All right, we're talking taxes, right? Here's our taxes. All right, so the other one had 7,900, so this is $6,281 in taxes. And before we leave, I am going to talk to you about, I showed one of my own listings. Let's see, so what does our millage rate look like? Taxes and assessments. I agree. All right, tax year 2025, latest and the greatest. So they paid $6,392. Well, it's unpaid. Last year they paid $6,000. But we're going to compare apples and apples. You know, so the millage rate was 13.21, I think it was. Millage rate here is 15.34. But no bond. So You have wastewater, stormwater. So up there, um, so here it's $5,180 in taxes with your non-ad valorem or your a lot of these are CDD fees. It's now $65.89. So the moral to the story is, Becky, that even though the millage rate is a little bit higher, 2 points higher, that the taxes are still lower in Marion County. All right. One thing I do want to do, what time is it? 7 o'clock. Okay, good. We got plenty of time. Here's what I was telling a guy today. He came over to look at one of my listings. Excuse me, man, it's a long day. Florida tax portability. So here is one of the best things about Florida. You could have lived in your home for the last 20, 30 years. Now you're going to move to the villages. Now this is for Florida. You have to live in Florida. You can transfer. Florida tax portability allows homeowners to transfer their Save Our Homes tax benefits from one homesteaded property to another within the state, potentially reducing the assessed value of the new home by up to $500,000. What does that mean? It means if you have a $500,000 home in Lakeland, you come up here to the villages, you buy $1 million home, you can essentially pay the same taxes in the villages that you were paying in Lakeland. So anybody who lives in Florida is looking to buy a new home, and you want to look into the tax portability laws here in Florida. All right, so that's very important, because I was talking to this guy who was looking at one of my listings. He goes, "What's the taxes look like for this home?" And I said, "Well, do you own a home here in the villages already?" He owned a little villa, but he's upgrading, and he wants to upgrade to a pool home, which is a Lantana, one of the largest designer homes with a pool, with a summer kitchen. And he goes, "What are the taxes here?" I said, "Well, do you have a home here?" He goes, "Well, I just sold my patio villa, and I need to buy another home." I'm like, "Well, hey, you're in luck. You could take those taxes, I think it's within a year. I think if you sell your home, within a year, you can take what you were paying in taxes and put it down and do this Florida tax portability thing and not pay any more in taxes." So it's like, you don't have to worry about what taxes are here, because you can just essentially keep paying the same taxes you're paying now. So he couldn't believe it. I had to Google it. Googled it on my phone, and I said, "Here, you see that? You need to look into that." Well, I showed him the home again today with his significant other, Arlen, and they started talking about taxes again. I said, "Keith, did you tell Arlen about the Florida tax portability that we have here?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah. I did mention it." So that is a good takeaway for you right now. So any of you out there, Gary's been renting, so he doesn't have that advantage. All right, let's keep going here. I think I might be. Traffic doesn't seem too bad down by us. I thought last year was worse during the snowbird season. Tammy, it's not even snowbird season yet. Wait till January. And now that Eastport is opened up, or a portion of it anyways, you know the old saying, you ain't seen nothing yet. So, wait for January 2nd. What do you think the chances of getting rid of property taxes like DeSantis wants to do? I don't even see how that's at all possible. And why is that? Because property taxes are all assessed by the county. I don't know, maybe you can make a law, but if that's the case, then taxes, well, the tax percentage is going to go up to help compensate for those property taxes. So, with that said, I guess the real advantage is the fact that Florida is a real touristy state, and so if all the tourists come down, start buying stuff, and maybe we raise the percentage of the sales tax by 1%, that might cover everybody's property taxes. That'd be cool, huh? That would be great. Be loving it. All right. I keep looking for good bands. Yeah, well, that's what we do, Racer Girl. We look for these great bands. I was looking for Foreigner. Foreigner and who's Foreigner playing with? In Clearwater. Oh, is it Night Ranger? It's either Night Ranger or, dang it. I don't think it's Night Ranger. It's Foreigner and, oh man, hold on. I'll tell you. Man, I hate the fact that when I text, I'm always hitting the space button rather than the N or the M. It just drives me crazy. Foreigner, N.
I see a Lou Graham performing the Foreigner.
Lou Graham is one of the original members of Foreigner. Yeah, this is it here. Foreigner. Oh, and it is Night Ranger. Okay. So, on April 18th. So anybody out there who really wants to buy me a nice Christmas present, Foreigner tickets with Lou Graham and Night Ranger, April 18th, 2026. It's a Saturday. That is going to be awesome.
You have your annual Christmas concert coming up too.
Huh?
Your annual Christmas concert. ELO, is that who does it?
TSO.
TSO. ELO is Mr. Brightside? No.
Yeah, you kind of got it there, buddy. Now, come on. I know your parents listened to all that.
Mr. Blue
Icon.
Sky. That's it.
Mr. Blue Sky. Yeah, for sure.
But no, my dad was more of like a Rob Zombie type.
Whoa. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's out there. That's cool. My kind of guy. I liked it all. How much are tickets? No, now that I'm on the website here. 2 tickets. We're not doing the lawn, you guys. If you're going to spend the money, you're going to have to spend the money. Row, I want section 103. Of course, 2 tickets, $235. But that's a great price these days. I mean, our ticket price is not crazy these days. Yeah, I'm going to Trans-Siberian Orchestra next Saturday. I don't know who else is out there who loves Trans-Siberian. I have not missed, well, I missed 1 year, and that's only because they didn't play because of the pandemic. But when my daughter Jamie was born in 1999, I remember we've been going that long, haven't missed a concert except that 1 year. So when they first started out, Trans-Siberian Orchestra had this black backdrop on the stage with, like, I don't know, 10,000 little tiny sparkly lights, little tiny, they're like Christmas lights embedded in this black backdrop. And that was the extent of their stage performance. Today, oh my gosh, it's a full blown out lasers and fire and they project like the Nutcracker, all these scenes behind them. It is so cool. They've evolved like nobody's business. So let's see. So Becky says she does like the older sections, mature trees, houses with landscaping done. Yeah, that's the ticket. I mean, here's my honest assessment of the reason why the millage rate went down in the new part of Sumter County, because in the older parts of Sumter County, you don't have the city of Wildwood taxes, but in the new part, you do. And it used to be in the 14s, and then Marion County was in the 15s. Well, if anybody knows anything about this community with these developers, the Morris family, if I had a guess, I would say they had a little hand in lowering those millage rates just so they can keep selling new homes. So I guarantee you, a $50,000 bond, guys, $50,000 bond, $8,000 plus in taxes. They had to have a hand. They've got so many of those commissioners in their pocket. It's ridiculous. I mean, I can go back and tell you, back in around 2003 when I worked for them, they brought every single sales agent up into the training room that they had, because we had training every Friday. And they had this big spiel. They'd go, okay, everybody in here, we just want to let you know that there's going to be something on the ballot that's called One Sumter. And we want all y'all to vote for this One Sumter. It's going to be in your best interest. It's going to be best for your career. And anybody you know, you need to tell them they need to go ahead and vote for One Sumter. What is One Sumter? One Sumter was a thing on the ballot that said anybody anywhere in Sumter County can vote for any commissioner that is on the ballot. Doesn't matter what district they're from, doesn't matter where they live. So all you people in the villages, you need to vote for those village-friendly commissioners. And that's how they did it. That's how they got this whole thing started. And everywhere else that I know of in Florida, granted, I don't know every single county, but I do know Marion County, and you can only vote for that commissioner who lives in your district in Marion County. I could not vote for somebody who's running over in the on top of the world area. That's a different district. They vote for their own commissioner. Here, they got it because they knew the villages, and they knew that, if a commissioner was against the village, the urban sprawl of the villages like it is now, that a lot of these commissioners would be shutting a lot of that stuff down. So they come up with this concept of getting one Sumter on the ballot to go ahead where everybody in the villages can vote for any commissioner, I think there's 5 commissioners. And they tell everybody, you need to vote for this person because they're pro-villages, and they'll let you, they'll let you have whatever it is you want. It's whatever they want. The Morris family, as the developer. I mean, I know a lot of little secrets about. See, that's a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about. But I've been around for 25 years. I worked for them for 9 years, so I kind of know how they operate. All right, what do you think of the chance of getting rid of property taxes? No, I keep looking for good bands. What do you think of the oldest? I haven't even left the bubble except for Leesburg and Bushnell. Never been down to Disney or Ocala. Tammy, you got to get out more, girl. Can't just hang out in the villages. You're gonna get to the point where, I mean, I know they keep adding new stuff, and you're down there by the high school, and you have Middleton down there, and they open all this new stuff in Middleton, and Eastport's down there. So, but still, you got to get out. Got to quit drinking that Kool-Aid, Tammy. Get out a little bit.
By the way, you're still on blood mode. I don't know if you wanted to move back to the full.
Oh, okay, yeah, thank you. I guess I will, somehow.
Oh, before you do that, Jace's schedule is on there if you want to show it all.
Oh, well, I need to know that as much as everybody else. All right, well, thank you, Christian. He's got us set up for Mr. J. Gallagher, J. Paris dude. Oh, looks like he's got a little new website there. I like it. All right. Sunday, December 14th, private event. I'll see you there, Jace. 15th, Hearing the Natives. I'll be there. Oh, man, maybe we should do a remote.
Yeah, since it was on Monday.
Ooh. What do you think, Jace, if you're still there? What about if we kind of talk to those guys at Hearing the Natives and did a remote from, I don't know, if he's there at 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 4 hours. I don't know. I don't think that Jace usually plays more than 3 or 4 hours.
I mean, we could always move up. Like, we don't have to start at 6 necessarily.
Americanos, World of Beer. Oh. Well, never mind. I'll talk to Jace a little bit later. anyways, all right, there's Jace's events, December 14th. That's next Sunday. Is that it? He doesn't have anything between now and then? Christian?
That was the latest page.
This is the latest in the gray? Oh, yeah, it is. All right, cool. But he's going to be busy next week. Private event on Sunday. Hearing the natives on Monday. Oh, wait a minute.
Well,
Ooh.
Jay says, no need to talk to them. Yes, let's do a remote or at least record it. I think Harry in the natives thing is going to be great.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe. So here's the deal. We will record that. And what I would say is, let me look at my calendar here. So, December 26th, I'm out of here. Headed to Chattanooga, Tennessee. And then we're going to go tool around the North Carolina mountains, the North Georgia mountains. We might even go up to Asheville. Might go to Gatlinburg. We love it up there, so so you will not see me on the 29th. Now, maybe I could record Harry and the Natives and play it on the 29th, but there wouldn't be any two-way interaction. So I don't know, I'll think about that. That'd be cool. Or we'll see. Anyways, what is this? The Villages Community Development Districts. So I went down to the Villages Community Development Districts today. As any of you may or may not know, I am building a golf cart garage for one of my customers who I sold a home to, Klaus and Tita. And they want to do a circular drive in the front of their house because the way the road comes around, it would work great. And there's a few circular driveways in their neighborhood. So I went down to the district today and I said, hey, I got approval for this golf cart garage. And we're going to do a little driveway apron from the existing driveway up to the new golf cart garage. But the folks would like to go ahead and put this nice, and I said, you see how the road is coming along? It'd be great if we could just go ahead and veer off the road and have a nice little driveway, that new driveway that leads into the existing driveway, which leads into the golf cart garage. They go, nope. I'm like, what? Nope, we don't do that. I'm like, no, wait a minute. She goes, I know, we used to approve those, but we don't approve them anymore. So I told Klaus and Tita, I said, you need to go down to the Villages Community Development District office that we have up here, to the ARC and say, hey, before you do that, go and take some pictures. Drive around your neighborhood. There's those homes there, right by Tierra del Sol, where Jace is going to be playing. When is that? Saturday, December 20th. So I said, go take some pictures and take it down there and say, look, I live in the old part of the Villages. There's plenty of circular driveways. So me putting one in, I would just be adding to what else is already there. So hopefully he can get it done. I can only do so much as the contractor. I can't speak on his behalf. He's the homeowner. He's got to do it. So hopefully he's doing it. All right. Is there any other reason we're in the Christian? Or all this, the Community Development District?
I just had that up for you, if you
you needed it.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. All right, what is this? Property tax bills, we've already been doing, county records. All right, we can go back to 3,
Or it's just still.
still,
Key, and then just make yourself big again.
okay. It's been so long. All right, so, I have no problem with that at all because if we buy a home, I plan on being a full-time Florida resident. That's good. You go, girl. Come on to Florida. So, Mike says non-homesteaded properties will still have to pay property tax. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Even with the DeSantis thing. Okay, I was in tax portability mode still, but yeah. From my understanding, Florida property tax exempt is only going to apply to homesteaded properties. So, yeah, well, non-homesteaded properties are either seasonal home properties or rental properties for people. So, there you go. DeSantis says that with the huge surplus we have, that the state can apportion funds to counties to offset. Yeah, well, okay. Because we have a huge surplus, that's not going to be forever. Because guess what? DeSantis in 2028. So that's my man.
They could just mail us it, the surplus, split it up, divide it, send it back to us.
In cash
Yeah.
and a check. Send me a certified check, sir, please. Let me put it in my pocket. I'll invest it. Can you tell by looking at the tax records if the home has a homestead exemption or not? Sure, absolutely. So over here, what we looked at already, let's see, where are we? Come on, pointer. Sumter County taxes. So yeah, right. Well, I'll just do this. Since most of the homes in the villages are Sumter County, right here, see where it says exemptions? 50,000, 25,000, 50,000, 50,000. You can get a $50,000 exemption off of your, other than the school board. Well, that's weird. Now it's 12.86. What the heck's going on here? This is, what? Well, this is Marion. That's pretty crazy, you guys. I mean, it was 13. You saw it. You guys all saw it. Now I go back to my tax bill. Did they just lower it? Like tonight? In 2025? Whoa. Look at that. Speak of the devil. I'm going to have to watch my show back over again and see what happened. Because that millage rate went from 13.21 to 12.86 and just, that's pretty crazy. Y'all saw that, right? I mean, I can't go back on the show right now until we drop it into the, at the end of the show, but that is wild. All right, let's see. Can you tell by the look? So I just showed you, Becky, how you can tell here. as well, exemptions. See all these exemptions you get in Marion County. So yes, or now let me just show this to you as well. So if I send you a link, see where it says homestead, yes. So this is telling you that this particular home on Bella Vista has homestead exemption. So that's how you can tell, but if you ever went to the property appraisers, you can definitely tell there as well. Okay? All right. Okay. Is this the same house? Let's see. Christian pulled up. Oops. Over here. Oh, wait a minute. Why do I have two Sumters? So that's 12. That's 12. That is pretty wild. Now I'm Bowden. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Now it has a higher asset. Wait a minute. Is there any way? Oh. We need to find out what the address, because we were working off of 862 Bowden Road, so that should.
Yeah, that was Bowden.
Gosh. 862. That's wild. You know why? Because it's different owners too. Timothy and Rhonda. Let me see something here. These are taxes. Let's see here. Sumter County. Bowden. This is Marion, so we went. There it is. So Bowden, 862 Bowden. All right, let me just pull this up. Oh. And then Timothy Rogers. And this says Robert Gerite. Let's see when they bought this thing. Or they closed. Real value. So active. I don't know. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Y'all know about the Twilight Zone? I think I'm in the Twilight Zone because I am at 862 Bowden. The owner is Robert M. and Shelley R. Gerite. However,
Is it the same years?
Timothy Rogers, so the seller, owner, so the seller was Robert Gerite, which is what's on here now. The other one that I have says Timothy Rogers, and this is just blowing my mind. Timothy Rogers. Here you go. So I don't know. I'm just kind of freaked out here a little bit about owner and
Someone asked, were you looking at the 2024 rates before?
because this is what I just used my back arrow up here in the left-hand corner. So I just used my back arrow, which got me to 862. But that's a good point. Whoever made that, I am going to
Army Chief.
Mike. Let's see. 2024, they bought it. So what I'm going to do is my tax bill. And then comes up with Timothy and Rhonda, but I am going to look at 2024. So not much difference in taxes, 7123 versus 7350. And nope, still Timothy and Rhonda for 2024. Right here, annual bill. And the millage rate. Well, there you go. That's big mystery today. I don't know how it got from 13.21 to 12.96, and then that was 2024. If we go back and we pull up 2025, was 12.96. Now it's 12.86. Well, I don't know, my peeps. I don't know what to tell you, but that's really weird. Okay. So we're going to move on. No, yeah, see. Anyways. All right, you guys. 7:35. Yep. So me and Jace, you'll see me next Monday. Well, I'll be here. I'm sure Jace isn't going to play for 4 hours or whatever. But we'll do a little video over at Harry and the Natives for you. And if we don't put it on right away, we'll put it on for December 29th. So you can kind of see what we did there. So we'll talk. I know we don't have to talk to the owners, but you know what? We're big shots, Jace. We know the owners and the manager. So
Maybe you want to pull them in to say hi.
like we did last time. All right, so thank you very much for nosebleeds. What the heck you talking about there, racer girl?
When you're talking about not getting bad seating.
Oh, no. I don't do not do nosebleeds, I hate to tell you. And just so you kind of know where I'm at, Ticketmaster, where are you? I got an app for Ticketmaster. And then it'll say my tickets. There it is, my tickets. Oh, I gotta sign in, what the heck? Password. Oh, here we go with this. We couldn't find an account with that email and password combination. All right, forget it. Anyways, 7:35. I got to go back to that house where I was doing renovations today. I got to finish covering up everything. I got to go over to Home Depot, get some more floor covering. I'm still not done for tonight. So, love y'all. Thank you so much for coming and joining and spending Monday afternoon, well, evening with me, early evening. And Jamie, Patty, if you're still there, I don't know when I'll be home, but I'll be home soon. All right, y'all take care. You have a great week, and Christmas is coming. Ho, ho, ho. It'll be here before you know it. So get those Christmas presents purchased.
And Hanukkah gifts.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and Hanukkah gifts. Hanukkah's coming up as well. All right, so we'll see you next Monday. Any of you have any suggestions for topics or anything like that? homesaroundthevillages@gmail.com. Just email us and we'll see what we can do for you, okay? So we will talk with you next week. Make it a great week. And like I said, y'all are awesome. Appreciate you attending this evening.